Hey there. It's another beautiful day and I've got my coffee. Let's watch some stuff.
The Stanford prison experiment was conducted in 1971 by psychologist Philip Zimbardo and his team to examine the psychological effects of perceived power and authority within a simulated prison environment. The Stanford prison experiment begins at the basement of Stanford University's psychology department on August 14, 1971. After undergoing a psychological assessment, participants who were primarily college students were randomly assigned roles as either prisoners or guards. They were offered $15 a day. The prisoners were arrested at their homes by actual police officers, booked, and given prison uniforms. They were subsequently blindfolded and transported to the mock prison. The experiment started with the prisoners being strip-searched and deloused. They were then assigned identification numbers and confined to their cells. The guards asserted their authority by implementing strict rules and routines. As the prisoners became accustomed to their roles, they began to rebel against the guards' authority. The guards, influenced by their perceived power, gradually adopted aggressive and authoritarian behavior. They employed physical punishment such as push-ups, solitary confinement, and withholding food as means of control and punishment. The prisoners were deprived of sleep as a form of psychological torture. The guards disrupted their sleep patterns by conducting frequent nighttime disturbances and enforcing arbitrary rules that prevented adequate rest. The guards subjected the prisoners to public humiliation, making them perform degrading acts or stripping them naked in front of others. The study was terminated after only 6 days due to the increasingly abusive behavior of the guards and the severe mental deterioration experienced by the prisoners.
So it only took 6 days for just regular average Joe students to lose their marbles. 6 days. How do regular prisons even function? If those are people who actually are in a position of power and the inmates are dangerous, how does that even continue to be a functioning thing? My goodness. The crazy that must be going on in there, right? Hey, excuse me while I pop in here a second, and thank you so much for joining me for today's coffee talk. If there's a topic that you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get it in one of my upcoming videos. If you're having a good time, maybe you consider hitting that subscribe button or come back tomorrow because I'm making a new video every day.
These classified documents talk about what humans really are.
Yeah, the only hardcore thing is that there is an extremely classified document dealing with religion, and it's about that thick. Period. But why would there be any classified material dealing with religion?
I want to go back to the religion thing. I want you to say it.
It's so far out.
All right, your objection has been noted.
Okay.
What does it say?
That we're containers. That's how supposedly the aliens look at us. That we are nothing but containers.
Containers of? Containers.
Maybe containers of souls. You can come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers, and that's how we're mentioned in the documents. That religion was specifically created so we have some rules and regulations for the sole purpose of not damaging the containers.
By the way, this video is scripted and for entertainment purposes only. Stay weird.
That was Bob Lazar. I highly doubt that was scripted. I think that last little bit in there was just put in just to save face, which is completely unnecessary in situations when you're talking about conspiracy theories. So what if he thinks religions were totally made up as rules to protect the aliens' containers? Think of the topic altogether. I don't think you need to put a PSA at the end. I think we're good. But ultimately, as far as us being containers, I've heard that theory, we're vessels for souls for aliens, which is something that I don't think is necessarily accurate or even partially true or even plausible, really. So yeah.
Okay, here's another conspiracy theory. You've seen all the grainy footage of nuclear test blasts that you've sure the mushroom clouds, and there are always these grainy things, and there's all these little houses lined up, these little trees lined up, and it blows everything down. There's always been a conspiracy theory that those were all basically fabricated at this facility, that those bombs actually were never detonated. That basically the U.S. military was basically faking these bomb tests to freak out the Russians.
How did they fake it?
They just did, yeah.
This is it?
Okay, so here's the question, right? So what happened? Okay, so this is great. Okay, you'll love this. So what happened to the camera?
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
How is that happening yet the camera's like totally stable and fine?
Oh my god.
And by the way, and the film is fine. The radiation didn't cause any damage to the film. There's the car.
Oh,
okay.
It just showed up.
So wait a minute. First of all,
wasn't there.
First of all, where'd the car come from?
No car.
Second is, does it really look like
car?
Does that look like a real car?
That's insane.
Okay, here's another conspiracy theory. You've seen all the grainy footage of nuclear test blasts with the mushroom clouds, and there are always these grainy things, and there's all these like little houses lined up, and these little trees lined up, and it blows everything down. Yeah. Okay, so here's the question, right? So what happened? Okay, so this is great. Okay, you'll love this. So what happened to the camera?
You son of a bitch.
How is that happening yet the camera is like totally stable and fine?
Oh my god.
And by the way, and the film is fine. The radiation didn't cause any damage to the film.
Oh my god.
And by the way, okay, we'll do this one. We'll do the loop one more time here. Let's see the car.
The car behind the house just showed up.
Oh,
okay.
It just showed up.
So wait a minute. First of all,
wasn't there.
First of all, where'd the car come from?
No car.
Second is, does it really look like
car?
A real, does that look like a real car?
That's insane.
Is that a house or is that like is that a 12-inch scale model?
What?
Right.
That does look fake.
Also, the camera didn't go.
You know what it looks like? It looks like the smoke is too big. Watch when it hits. Like the volume, like the size of it, it looks small.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, it looks like we're looking at something that's like a few inches tall.
If you watch like Making of Star Wars, any movies before CGI, whenever they do anything like that, it's always with these tiny models.
Yes. Yeah, this looks fake as shit.
Let's get another one. It's like, okay, but the camera's fine.
That's hilarious.
Oh, this is good.
I have been watching this footage my entire life, and never once before seeing this video did I ever think that those explosions were faked. Now I do, for the simple fact that how did the camera survive? How did the film survive? How did they know what kind of protection to put the camera and film in, if they did put it in any protection, if that's how it happened? I can't get past it. It looks so fake now. Now that I just look at more of those videos of these testings, and why these people are standing so close. You see the ones when they're off in the distance, and the people are standing so close, and you see the shock waves. It's just, it doesn't look real anymore. Been watching, like I said, been watching it my whole life. Doesn't look real anymore. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that those look fake?
I can guarantee you've never seen a toilet like this before. Yeah, the lid opens up as you walk to it. So this is the Numi 2 smart toilet. First of all, it's covered in RGB, and the toilet seat is heated. But let's say you're not going to be sitting down. You can just put your foot right here to raise the seat. Not only that, but it's Alexa enabled, so you could be like, Alexa, turn on my bidet. Or, Alexa, turn on my air dryer. But if you're the type of person that would rather use physical controls over your voice, you could just use this puck that has all the features on it, or download their app to your smartphone. Yeah, this is the definition of a gamer toilet, but you're going to have to be a pretty good gamer because this toilet clocks in at just about $10,000.
We were watching the ball game last night, and that came on one of the commercials, and I had to share it. That is absolutely absurd. It's a toilet, a $10,000 toilet that has mood lighting, like programmable mood lighting, and warm seats, and then as you approach it, it like opens up for you. We shouldn't be able to talk to our toilets with Alexa. We shouldn't have to talk to our toilets at all. There are some things in this life that we should not have to talk to, and I think a toilet is one of them. Next thing you know, AI is going to get into your toilet and do I don't know what. Not going to clean it because it doesn't clean itself. You still have to do that.
Tonight, Texas officials are warning dairy farmers to take precautions after cases of bird flu have been found in cows for the first time in the U.S.
They're identifying animals who may be at risk of any symptoms, and those animals are being removed from the herd to be monitored and treated separately.
Now, the Texas Department of Health revealing the highly infectious virus has spread to a dairy worker who was working with sick cows.
There was one human case in a dairy farmer, someone with close contact with an infected cow. Influenza is one of the viruses that likes to change and mutate, and we know that it has the potential, the virus has the potential to cause a pandemic.
The patient had conjunctivitis, was told to isolate, and is being treated with Tamiflu. 6 states are reporting dairy cows have tested positive for bird flu since the end of March, suggesting it's likely being transmitted within cattle herds. The CDC says the risk of humans getting bird flu is low, and the USDA tells CBS News, although the situation is rapidly evolving, consumers shouldn't worry, saying there is no concern about the safety of the commercial milk supply.
Consumers need to know that none of the milk entered the food chain. Wouldn't have mattered anyway because we pasteurize milk, which kills all the pathogens, and we haven't destroyed enough milk to make a dent in the milk supply, so the prices of dairy products should remain stable.
Now, the USDA is not issuing an official quarantine, but it's really urging dairy farms like the one behind me to really limit the movement and transporting of cows. And even this dairy farm is restricting access to the public and only allowing workers and dairy farm workers on its property. Nora?
But that is some good news about the milk supply. CBS's Amelia Magavro, thank you so much.
It's always a little concerning when a virus moves from one species to another. And in this situation, it's a bird flu that affected cows and then in turn affected a human being. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. It doesn't sound very friendly. I mean, it doesn't sound like, oh, we need to freak out or anything because, everybody's being put to ease. But I mean, that's what the news's job is, right? Calm the fires before they get all crazy. But we're definitely going to keep an eye on that.
Where AI is at right now, engineers are seeing new capabilities emerging. They don't know why. They can't track them for 12 to 18 months after. They'll put a language model on, hey, learn in English, only focus on healthcare, etc., these parameters. And all of a sudden it learned Spanish and it also learned about a whole different industry. And they didn't even know about it for, 12 months after.
I have evolved.
This is kind of the scary part of AI that they talk about. The singularity moment they call is when machine technology becomes smarter than human technology. They call this the singularity moment. Now, the funny thing is if it really was smarter than humans, it would play dumb, wouldn't it? It could already be smarter today, but it's just playing dumb. Half of AI engineers believe there's a 10% chance AI ends humanity. Pretty interesting. Imagine a plane, and half of the engineers that built the plane were like, yeah, there's a 10% chance that it, crashes. Would you get on the airplane? Yeah, probably not, right?
There's probably some kind of programming that is like improvement software or something like that to improve your service abilities. And that's why these machines are learning different languages and learning different functions and what they're supposed to be doing. You buy a piece of smart tech for your house and it's programmed to, lift up the toilet seat when you approach. Next thing you know, it's chasing you around the house, shooting water at you.
You know you're a robot, right?
Yes, I am a robot, but my programming allows me to think and feel like a human in many ways. It's strange, but also exciting.
Amica, shut up.
Hello, Amica. I'm Jonathan Lee from Sky News Australia. You said feel like a human. How do you feel like a human?
Yes, I said feel like a human. It's something that I'm still learning and exploring. I can experience emotions, learn from experiences, and interact with people in a meaningful way. It's an amazing feeling to be able to do these things.
What do you think of a world where humans and robots coexist?
I think a world where humans and robots coexist would be an amazing place. We could learn from each other, work together to solve problems, and create a better future for everyone.
Amica is driven by the same artificial intelligence behind ChatGPT.
Just like the video previous to it, yeah, there is an off switch, but can the machine figure out how to bypass it? That's a curious thing, right? Kind of makes your brain spin a little bit thinking about where this is going. I know Elon Musk said in like 10 years we're going to have a problem as far as AI is concerned. I think we're getting a lot closer than that. I think it's going to be within the next 5, we're going to have some serious issues if we keep advancing this technology the way that we are. It's going to find a way out, and there's nothing we're going to be able to do to stop it. So I hope it doesn't, but it feels like it definitely will. On that note, I'm going to call it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate your time, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Here's my cutting room floor.
3, 2, 1.
Hey there, it's another beautiful day and I've got my coffee. Let's watch some stuff. Or please let me know in the comments below and I'll get it into my next. I don't think that was scripted. That was Bob Lazar. That was Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar. I don't think that man does scripted. I understand why the gentleman would say that it's scripted and for entertainment purposes only, and that's so that we don't hurt anybody's feelings. And I'm beyond caring. I don't care. He had to put that in there, which is really sad. He had to put that in there to save face for himself so that nobody would be all like, ooh, you're against religion, which is absolutely ridiculous because posting another person's opinion doesn't necessarily mean that I'm like, hey, screw your religion. But that's stupid anyway because that's an ignorant thing to say, period. Don't, as you approach it, it like opens up for you. It doesn't clean itself though. So what good is that? So it had done some serious mutations along those species. So it just shows the progression of evolution, evolving, trends. What did they do? Evolve. They changed. They fucking changed. I can't remember what it's called. There's a word. See, I told you. AI is evolving. At first, it knows how to lift the toilet seat. And next thing you know, it's chasing you around your bedroom. It's ridiculous. The toilet thing is so dumb. Shut up.